Hello and welcome everybody to today's live commodity market analysis with the Gold and Silver Club for the 12th of January 2017, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. During today's session, we will be covering live market analysis. We'll go through how we expect the markets to move, a watch list of trading opportunities, an overview of the commodity market, and of course, we will be discussing our top trades of the week as well. So before we get into it, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. The Gold and Silver Club is the #1 commodities trading and investment coaching company. We're regarded as the go-to authority on commodities trading. As internationally respected experts, our analysis and our opinions on the metals, the energies, and the agricultural markets, they are routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications, which include Bloomberg, Reuters, CNBC, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, and of course, it is a pleasure to be here today on FX Street as well. Our team of experts has trained and mentored over 100,000 private traders from all over the world to increase their wealth and generate substantial income through commodities using our exclusive research-driven strategies. So for more information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please visit our website, which is www.thegoldensilverclub.com. Okay, so good. Before we get into the main analysis, we'll just give you an update of the performance of the markets over this week so far, and also for 2017 as well. So currently the best performers of 2017 have been as follows. Palladium is currently up over 11% so far. Coffee is up over 9%. Platinum is up over 9%. Sugar up just over 6%. Silver up just under 6%. Gold up 4.5%. Cotton up 4%. Cocoa up just under 4% as well. So you can see here we've had some big, strong inflows into a number of commodity markets already in 2017, which we were fully expecting. As discussed previously, this is what is known as the January effect at the beginning of the year, where you often see very strong inflows into a number of commodities. Most notably, we have seen that into the precious metals, with platinum and palladium leading the move in the first week, but in actual fact, gold and silver have continued to surge over the course of this week. Gold is now up over 800 points off the lows, just going back to the FOMC statement in December, where we had an increase in interest rate hikes. And with that, we saw the price break down to 1,122 US dollars per ounce. But it was only within a couple of days after that statement that we in fact saw the bottom of gold get put in. And since then, we have seen gold rally over 800 points off the lows. As of this morning, gold was trading at 1,206 US dollars. So it's definitely been a significant move. For those of you who've been following our weekly analysis for a while now, particularly all the preparation that we provided for you over the December period for the January effect, well done if you've capitalized on this. Certainly, all of our traders at the Gold and Silver Club have really maximized on this opportunity. It has played out perfectly in terms of what we've seen in previous years with the trend cycles here. Gold, of course, rallying now significantly over the first couple of weeks of January. We've also seen similar moves on silver, platinum and palladium. So I hope you have caught money. I hope you have caught the move, and I hope you have made significant money on these trading opportunities, which have been very straightforward, research-driven moves, and also very cyclical moves as well. The big question being now is, where do we expect really the metals to go next? What do we expect next for the commodity markets? And we'll delve into that a little bit more closely. Certainly, this isn't the only big opportunity of this year, the January effect, and taking advantage of the big inflows that we see typically at the beginning of the year, which has played out exactly as we've discussed previously. Also, the other lucrative trading opportunities that you want to be aware of as we go into the year ahead are as follows. So as we move into January, of course, we saw a press conference yesterday with Donald Trump, which definitely had some explosive moves on the markets. Most notably, gold, after it pulled back during the US session, managed to break out significantly to the upside, clearing above 1,200 US dollars per ounce after the press conference. That was quite interesting to see what sort of impact Donald Trump had on the markets, and whether that is just a bit of a taster of what is to come now in the months ahead. Certainly we saw some volatility off the back of that conference. It wasn't quite what a lot of market participants were expecting from the actual press conference. Was the tone was very different in terms of what we saw after Donald Trump won the US election, where his tone was very much calming for the markets, but very, very different story yesterday for the press conference. If you didn't watch that, I would definitely urge you to try and catch a copy of the press conference with Donald Trump and the way he handled some of the questions, particularly from CNN, where he refused to answer questions from their reporters, which has caused a bit of a stir. So with that, we'll have a look at the major news items which are coming up over this year, what you want to have in the diary, how you can capitalize on this move. So first of all, we've got Trump taking office, which is going to be on the 20th of January. So definitely have that in the diary. We're likely to get some volatility within the next couple of weeks leading into that. We've now got 8 days now until that happens. It will be on the following Friday, next Friday. We've then got the first FOMC meeting, which is occurring at the end of January, beginning of February. And as we move into March, we have the Dutch elections, we have the FOMC meeting, the UK will be triggering Article 50 and Brexit begins. So, of course, that will provide more trading opportunities, market volatility. Not only that, in April, we have the French elections. We then have the ECB meeting. May, we have an OPEC meeting. Again, of course, the last OPEC meeting, which occurred at the end of November, we saw within 1 day a 10% move on oil and within 1 week a 14% move. So we can expect some big trading opportunities for oil off the back of that. In June, again, we have an FOMC meeting and an ECB meeting as well. In July, Fed Chair Janet Yellen will be delivering a semi-annual testimony. In August, we have the German elections. In September, October, we have FOMC meetings again, which can often be some of the biggest movers for the US dollar, gold, silver, a number of other markets. In November, we have Fed Chair Yellen giving her semi-annual testimony again. And in December, of course, we have the OPEC meeting and final FOMC meeting of the year. So that just gives you a bit of a lineup, a summary of some of the major trading opportunities that we have heading into 2017 here, which certainly will be trading with all of our private members at the Gold and Silver Club. But it's going to be a year, we suspect, full of opportunity. Already the way the markets have opened in 2017 here with significant inflows into a number of commodities. You want to make sure you're positioning yourself correctly in order to capitalize on the moves ahead here. So let's go over to it. We'll go over to the charts. If there's any questions or comments, do keep those coming. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will be aware from our session that we delivered last week. And for those of you who might be following our weekly reports, if not, you can go across to either our website and sign up for our weekly reports, or go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to that at the Gold and Silver Club to get our regular updates here. So we've been long gold since the end of December. We've actually called the bottom on this market. It has so far continued to form a base after the FOMC meeting at the end of mid-December, where we saw the interest rate decision and interest rate hike, which incidentally played out in a very similar way to what we saw in 2015, where a lot of the move was already priced into the market. 2015, within 2 days after the FOMC statement, gold reached the bottom and then rallied over 1,850 points. In the end of 2016, within 2 days, gold again reached the bottom. A lot of the move to the downside on gold and silver and other metals had already been priced in. We reached the bottom within 2 days after the FOMC statement, consolidated the following week in December. And in the final week of December, we actually saw the beginning of the January effects start on the 29th of December. There are a number of different indicators which gave us that confirmation. First of all, gold euro was breaking out. US 10-year bonds have already started to rally. The dollar started to break down early ahead of what we would normally expect at this time of year. And it gave us a signal to go long gold. So where do we stand at the moment with regard to the gold market? What can we expect next? Okay, so on the left here, if we go over, we'll go left to right. So monthly chart, we have broken and cleared above the monthly rejection candle, which formed over the month of December. And you can see here so far, we've cleared above last month's high. Fairly strong move so far, just within the first couple of weeks of 2017. On the weekly chart, very clearly a V-shaped reversal base, which is in development at the moment. And you can see that last 3 weeks worth of gains here. We've broken out now to 6-week highs, very strong base forming at the moment. And then gold, if we have a look at it based on the daily chart, yesterday was interesting. We got a pullback before the press conference with Donald Trump, and then subsequently after the press conference, we saw buyers come back into gold, closing near the daily highs, closing for a breakout above 5-week highs. And then overnight, we've seen a breakout yet again to above the significant highs here, above 1,200, which is very important, 1,200 US dollars per ounce is a very key level for gold to clear. Another point to note is that gold has managed now today to break above the 50-day moving average, which will get a lot of investors' interest if we can close above that level at the moment. Do note as well, in terms of Fibonacci retracement levels, you can see here we've come up to a major zone around the 1205 level. So at this point, I am looking to see whether gold could continue to follow through, whether it has a strong close today, whether we close above Thursday's high, and whether we can build up some momentum here, higher high, higher low, and get a solid close above the 50-day moving average. That will be important moving forward to see whether gold has the legs to continue to follow through. So far, the move that we've seen in 2017, we've seen only very shallow pullbacks on gold. You can see here we've come back towards the lower end of our trend channel here. So it's very shallow, which is unusual for gold. In fact, yesterday it looked like we might start to get a bit of a deeper pullback until the press conference with Donald Trump. So this could be an outlier year in terms of the move that we're getting has been very much a very fluid move so far in terms of very shallow pullbacks, higher highs, higher lows, only very temporary consolidation of price before we break out higher, 2 to 3 days, which is unusual. If you go back to 2015, 2014, 2013, normally you expect a strong first week after non-farm payrolls, you get some chopping price action, then you start to rally again third and fourth week. But this year it's been very, very constant, the breakout that we've seen with gold. Now, what you do want to note as well, in terms of funds, they have not added to this position on the long side yet. We'll get the commitment of traders data through on Friday, but so far what we've seen is a lack of participation from hedge funds at this point. But what has been interesting, of course, is we've seen an unraveling of sell short positions, which has been, we've seen a very strong and a very large net sell short position in the gold market following on from the summer months after Brexit, but particularly after the US election, where we saw this huge decline in price, where gold spiked up to 1,337 US dollars per ounce, only to break down 2,000 points. And a lot of that move was also getting priced in with a potential interest rate hike, which of course happened in December. But after that point, we then continued to see a consolidation in gold, and it subsequently rallied. A lot of this is off the back of short covering, so traders unwinding their sell short positions, but we're yet to see investors and funds really start to pile into this on the long side yet. We haven't seen that participation. If we do get that and we start to see a lot more strong hands coming into this market, the smart money, then this is where we could really see gold catch fire and explode higher. Best case scenario for more upside targets at the moment, I'm looking at a move back towards the 200-day moving average, which takes us up to 1,268 US dollars per ounce. I do think we short term here are getting into a bit of a short-term overbought condition. Thursday, Friday, so today and tomorrow will be important. Today's close will be important. We need to get above the 1205 zone and close above it in order for gold to just follow through and get up to the 1230 zone in the short term. Beyond that, 1240 is the next major level of previous support, which could turn into resistance, which is also the 100-day moving average. If we get above 1240, I see a clear run up to 1268. And then around that level would be sort of the best case scenario in the short term here between now and mid-February for the longs, getting up to the 200-day moving average. I think at that point, we could start to see a bit of a consolidation in price. So today will be important, the follow through, whether we get that or not. We'll be watching that very carefully. What we're also looking at is some correlations, of course, with the US dollar index. US dollar index has slowly but surely been breaking down over January so far. We had a spike high yesterday, but that got sold back into towards the close. We've revisited the 50-day moving average today on the US dollar. Interested to see whether buyers will come back in around this zone or whether we can close below the 50 MA and continue this breakdown lower with the US dollar. So we can see here we're starting to build a potential new trend channel where we're getting lower, where we're achieving lower highs and also lower lows. So I'll be looking at that. So it wouldn't be surprised here to maybe see a bit of a bounce or a bit of a pause in price for the US dollar. It's come back down to the lower end of the trend channel, also the 50-day moving average, but we have broken back below the previous day's low. If we close below support here by the end of today, below the 101.25 level, then yes, I think we could expect further decline in price in the US dollar in the days to come. Also looking at the correlations, gold euro has been leading the move versus gold US dollar. It did so throughout most of 2016. So if you're ever looking for clues as to what gold is going to do next, gold price in US dollars, turn your attention to gold against the US dollar. It can often lead by about 1 to 2 days. Interestingly, gold against the euro has closed above the 50-day moving average earlier on in the week on Tuesday. It's had 3 days of higher highs, higher lows, 3 days of closes above the 50 MA. whereas today is the first day since going back, well, since 2017 and since the last retest of the 50 MA that we've actually got a break above the 50-day moving average. So we want to see now whether it will close above it and whether it will continue to follow through. We've also got positions right now on the US 10-year bonds, which, following on from April last year, have had quite a strong correlation with the precious metals. Of course, going back to the US election, we saw significant drop after that, very similar to the gold correction, and also after Brexit, the slow decline in prices here for 10-year bonds was also very similar to the price structure of gold. But we started to form a base before gold against the US dollar. We also noted the amount of long positions which started to develop from investors and funds going into the FOMC statement, and afterwards was a telltale sign that we could start to reach a bottom on gold. And we saw the US 10-year bonds break out before gold did, and that's been a good sign for us to get long. We've also had a retest today, the 50-day moving average with 10-year bonds. I suspect if we can break above this neckline, you've got a very clear V-shaped reversal pattern in development on 10-year bonds. If we break above this level, above the 125.35 zone, if we break above it and follow through, we've got a lot of clean air above the 50-day moving average to continue to follow through here on 10-year bonds as well. So overall, the picture is looking strong for the bull side, the bulls at the moment on the precious metals. Short term here, we need to get a bit more information into the close today to see whether gold, silver, and a number of other commodities will sustain their rally that they've done so far in 2017. So I'll be interested to see whether we do close above the 50-day moving average for gold here. If we do, I see a clear run up towards the 1220 to 1230 zone in the short term, and then ultimate target would be approximately 1268 if we continue this momentum. If, for example, we were to see a reversal in price today, close back below the 50-day moving average, that would signal that we could get a short-term pullback as we get into the close of the week. So we're monitoring this price action very carefully. Also, if we go over to other markets, which of course have had significant breakouts this year, Palladium has been up over 10% so far in 2017. Complete reversal. You've got a V-shaped reversal pattern here. We caught the breakout from this base which formed. Again, you had to be in these trades at the end of December. It wasn't enough to wait until the first week of January. A lot of the positioning this year happened in the last week of December, which was unusual. All of our alerts will start to go through and come through during the last week of December, which is a normal period where a lot of traders are off during that festive period. But it was a fantastic opportunity to start getting into positions. We were ready for it. Hopefully those of you who joined our analysis on the previous weeks would have been aware of what we were looking at in the markets as well, and the potential for that to kick in at the end of December, beginning of January. So Palladium has moved over 10% so far this year in 2017. Platinum, of course, also breaking out yet again today to the highest level since November. So we've seen good momentum in platinum, palladium, gold, and also silver as well, although I favor gold over silver right now. In terms of oil, oil's been an interesting one. We have caught a short-term sell short opportunity at the earlier part of the week here off resistance. We caught this move back down to the 51 zone. It came into previous resistance turn support. It's been quite choppy here, oil, recently. We got a bull trap just at the earlier part of last week, which means we broke out to 18-month highs, had a 300-point decline very quickly, consolidated, and then gave another opportunity to get in for a sell here, just trading it back to support. But very quickly, we've seen a bullish engulfing candle into the close yesterday, follow through so far today. Wouldn't be surprised to see oil revisit $55 per barrel. It's quite choppy at the moment. Oil is tending to favor more aggressive entries rather than waiting for confirmation. What do I mean by that? Well, very simply, all you're doing at the moment is you're buying at support, you're selling at resistance, and that has been the move so far to take on oil. So I would suggest wait to see whether we do get a retest of the highs here from the start of the year, whether we can break above $55 a barrel and close above that level. If we do break and close above 55, I see the door opening up to $60 per barrel. And of course, if we just come back up to resistance around 55 and then roll over again, we'll probably just get another retest towards support. So oil is just channeling at the moment, sitting on hands right now, happy to have banked some profits just on this trade yesterday, but now just waiting for the next opportunity to re-enter into oil at the moment. You can see so far momentum is to the buy side right now, but it's short term right now. I expect we'll probably get a retest of $55 per barrel today as well. That would be the next major level which I would be looking at. Also, if you trade the grains, so the agricultural markets, it is worth just having wheat, corn, soybeans on your radar. There is a USDA report, and cotton as well. There is a USDA report which is coming out later this afternoon, which will probably affect, well, it will definitely affect these markets, but it could give some trading opportunities. So if you trade the grains, cotton, wheat, corn and soybeans will all be impacted later on this afternoon, potentially producing some setups towards the close as well. Other big movers so far this year have been coffee, which we continue to hold our long position on. We've had a retest of 50 MA and 100 MA today, back at the 151 zone. We'd like to see if we get a bit more follow through. Classic V-shaped reversal pattern as well on coffee. So coffee has continued to be a strong mover so far this year. And of course, we continue to watch with a lot of interest to see whether gold can continue to follow through at this point in time. So with that said, let me just move over to the top trades over the last week, our portfolio performance, our trading performance update using our exclusive research-driven strategies. So our top trades over the last week and a half here have, of course, been gold. We've also capitalized on platinum and also oil. Gold now, we continue to hold positions on gold, but we're also taking partial profits as we continue to see breakouts here to capitalize on these moves. And so far, we've got another 600-point move on gold since we've entered in at the end of December. So this trade is moving very nicely indeed. Oil, we caught a short-term sell opportunity over a couple of days, banking profits yesterday when it came back for a revisit of support, got oversold, 250 points profit caught on that trade. And Palladium, we continue to hold our position. Again, we're taking partial profits as this breaks out towards resistance. 750 points profit now on our core trade, which we entered into on a breakout at the end of December, which has followed through very well indeed. Now, if you would like access to highly profitable live trade ideas shared with you, ready to implement for instant results, you can join us at the Gold and Silver Club, become a member, a private member of the Gold and Silver Club, and get exclusive access to our live trading rooms and all of the services at the Gold and Silver Club. All you need to do is go across to www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com. Just complete the application form and we will get in touch with you ASAP. Please make sure when you make an application, you do mention that you have been on the FX Street webinar. There's a special bonus promotion for those of you who are coming on FX Street webinars, making an application for all of the clients of FX Street and attendees on FX Street. Either if you're watching the recording or if you are on the session live at the moment, we get a lot of applications at the Gold and Silver Club, but there's a special preferential rate for those who are coming to us via FX Street. So please make that very clear in the comment section when you make an application. Okay, it's www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com. Okay, so what does it include? Who's it for? What's the live trading room? Okay, let me just break that down for you. So whether you are a new trader, you're looking to develop a solid understanding of the markets, fast track your results, or even if you are an experienced trader, might be that you're experienced with Forex or equities, but you want to learn more about commodities, or you want to improve how to trade gold, how to trade oil, you want more access to the agricultural markets, the private members live trading room in that case is definitely for you. It includes the following. So private members get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You can watch the Gold and Silver Club expert traders analyze the markets right in front of you, pick out highly profitable trade setups, share exact entry, exit points, profit, stop loss targets. We'll talk you through each of those during the live trading rooms. You also get all of the trade notifications so you can implement all of the trades. So you get notifications like email, SMS when there's a new trade, when a trade has been triggered. You get updated on take profit, stop loss levels, any trade management, any breaking news as well. You're updated real time on these moves. So you get all of those notifications which give you exact details of entry, exit, take profit. They're all sent out in advance notice to make sure you've got lots of time to get into a position. You also get our commodity research and market insights. So private members get exclusive access to our trading research and market insights to help boost your win rate and make sure you're getting on the right side of each trade. Our research is there really to give you the ultimate edge in the markets and fast track your results. And of course, in summary, everything that you get by being a member of the live trading room includes exclusive weekly live trading room webinars, live trade setups ready to implement, real-time notifications by email and SMS so you're not missing out on profitable trades, details of where to enter, exit, place a stop loss, a weekly trading plan with a watch list of trade ideas for the week ahead, live trade support to help you through each trade, and institutional level trading research and commodity insights to give you the ultimate edge in the markets. So again, to access our private members live trading room, just make an application at www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com, complete the application form, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP. And just lastly, please make sure that you do mention that you've been on today's session on FX Street, or if you're watching the recording, just please do put that in the comment section as well. Fantastic. Okay, so with that, guys, I wish you all good trading and profitable trading. Have a fantastic day, and very much look forward to working with those of you who will be joining us at the Gold and Silver Club. Okay, guys, so take care, and we'll speak to you very soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.